Underway in Fort Worth at Schollmeyer Arena. 42 consecutive home wins. It's the longest streak in women's or men's college basketball. Olivia Miles on the attack. Great passer to the corner. Big with NCAA tournament eligibility. Look at the pass whipped across to Flau'Jae, and TCU is hot out of the gates.
The vision from Olivia Miles to just whip that cross-court pass. And that's where she and Suarez work so well together. Did you see that flow?
Rebounded by Miles, and they'll push the tempo a little bit. Here's Suarez. They go inside. Silva
had the whole left side. Just go ahead and put it up.
The double came, skipped across. Miles and company absolutely cooking out of the gates. TCU has hit their first 3 chances from long distance. Miles, little pocket pass, and the lay-in from Silva.
Sure. Transition, or generation, I should say, type of player who transitioned from Notre Dame here to TCU and has made an immediate impact and putting up career numbers across the board.
Another rebound for Miles as well. So she has 4 assists, 2 rebounds, hasn't attempted a shot yet. TCU hasn't missed a shot yet. Miles around a screen from Silva. Look at the little scoop layup, rolls off. Silva's offensive rebound. She misses. So we've seen this lightning quick start for TCU. What did Heidi Vanderveer tell her team in that timeout to get them settled down?
That they have to basically do just that, to settle down and to remember who they are and why they're here. This is a team that has relied on their defense, their starters, their veteran leadership. But a lot of teams have faced this fate, right, walking into this building. 42 straight wins here inside, and you can understand why. The atmosphere is great. Fans came out. They're loud and proud. It's a tough environment to play in.
3 on the way, too strong. Nice rebound by Silva with the long arms. Clara Silva from Portugal stands at 6'7", just a sophomore. UC San Diego running. This is one of the things they do so well, and what a finish over Silva for Rosa Smith.
See, Rosa, that's what you got to do, is go in and attack. Again, prove why you're here and why you worked so hard to get to this point. The Tritons are very good at creating turnovers. That's an area where defensively they can step up. The way TCU has spread the floor, they've passed well. This is all teamwork. I love possessions that are less dribbling and more passing. You just get movement with the ball, you're getting spacing, they're getting any shot they want.
For a team with 10 newcomers like the Horned Frogs had, 7 of which are transfers, as a team that has gelled very well, really from the beginning of the season. Inside, the lay-in is good from Bigby.
You see the way TCU's offense operates. You see how spread out it is. And Mark Campbell told us yesterday, like, we are going to pick and roll you to death. And so you're always preparing for that. So sometimes the quick kick out or the drive, the lane is wide open when you're constantly anticipating pick and rolls.
Mark Campbell in year 3, he's got an 84-21 record here at TCU. It's back-to-back NCAA tournament appearances for the first time since 2009-2010. An Elite 8 last year was the program's best ever finish. And they're right back at it, a team that certainly feels like they can go back to an Elite 8, maybe beyond this year. Great defense, but a better finish by Erin Condren, who's had a breakout season for UC San Diego, all Big West first team this year.
And you can see it, undersized for her, but crafty, great footwork, able to finish up and under taller players like Basham.
Miles spun that pass around to Kennedy Basham, who just missed the layup. It's nice when you can bring 6'7" off the bench if you're Mark Campbell.
This is the tallest team in the NCAA.
Another nice finish by Rosa Smith.
I like how you see San Diego using their guards, being able to drive, put that ball on the floor, but then pull up mid-range. Like, they're not trying to go all the way into the bigs and draw the foul. They're taking the shot that is available to them.
Hunter attacking and traveled. Seven post players, so they have clapped back in this game.
Yeah, that's 5'7" going up against him, 6'5" to 6'7". That takes some guts.
Condren was trying to post up inside. Nice take on the baseline, but a miss, and Basham has the rebound. You talked about UC San Diego forcing turnovers. Nearly 20 turnovers per game is what they forced defensively. 5 straight games with at least 15 points off of turnovers. Suarez missing, but getting her own rebound.
She looks so confident. She putting the ball on the floor in years past. Definitely a shooter and could give you some post moves, but now she can really create from the guard spot.
Sheffy probing. Out for Suarez. Late shot clock. She got it!
Suarez is feeling it. And I love the fact that she was so patient on that play. Didn't try to force it. Got her own rebound to restart the possession and ended up with a 3.
10-point Horned Frog lead that went off the foot of Basham and will stay with UC San Diego.
The spacing, absolute teamwork here, the drives, the kicks. This is what all coaches talk about. Oh, we'd love to drive and dish. We'd love to go inside out. All right, this is this at work right here. Great possession. No clean shot was available under the basket, so what do? Go for the next best play, and you hit the hot hands.
Had the tongue out looking at the crowd.
All right, MJ. If she shrugs, you know it's really game on.
It's a little bit of a breather here with 3:07 left in the first quarter. Into Condren. Condren attacking with the right hand. Just tough to get it over the 6'7" Basham. Miles directing traffic, using Basham. Miles, little pocket pass. They collapsed on Basham, almost took it away. 8 to shoot. Hunter now. Good defense from Condren, the kick out. And Sheffy missed everything.
But we see what they go to, late shot clock situation. It's driving. You look for the fill on the backside for that 3-point shot. And good job. Heidi Vanderveer's team has responded. I like the way that the guards are coming in to attack that clamp down. After that, the pick and roll, they're trying to do that double team on the post player so they can get their hands. Again, this is a team that can create turnovers. That's how you see San Diego can stay in this game.
Nice shot from the true freshman, Lev Feynman, who has been excellent down the stretch. She averages 6.5 on the season, but over the last 8 games, averaging nearly 12 points per game on 58% from the field.
Now you want your freshmen to step up, and you just hope that they can play the solid game, hold on to the ball, get you a rebound or two. This is a team against UC San Diego relies on their starters. They have 30-plus minutes pretty much in all 5 of their starting positions, and then a couple of players, Condren and Rose, played all 40 minutes of the Big West Championship.
It's a team that when you look at what they lost from last year, you wonder, how are they possibly better? They lost 4 starters, 2 of their top 3 scorers, and one of their best players they thought would have been back. Gracie Gallegos played about 2 minutes in the opener and hasn't played since, but it's a number of factors. One of them hit in the transfer portal on 2 big players in Michaela Rose and Dimonique Maxey. And then you talk about player development.
Yeah.
Heidi Vanderveer and her staff has done an excellent job.
Well, they stayed. You know, they're one of the few schools that didn't have a transfer leave. Oh, my goodness. The post getting in on the assist action.
That is a 6'4" freshman from Germany, Clara Bielefeld, with that behind-the-back move and delivery. That is unfair.
Yes, it is.
Miles fouled in transition by Maxey.
She's the youngest player to compete for the German national team. Let's see this work. Oh, behind the back, little dip down pass. Yeah, das ist good, they would say in Germany.
8 assists on 8 made field goals. Easy to see that her future might be bright.
I love the way that TCU develops their talent, their post players. It's the skill set in addition to the size for me. It's the discipline of, yeah, you might be 6'7", but you're not going to take a bad shot, right? Look at that footwork.
So we went from Clara Bielefeld to Clara Silva with that post move, and both of them very young. Underclassmen seeing big minutes for this team. Maxey hands off to Feynman. Feynman trying to assume this role of scorer. Tough shot from Lev Feynman.
Trits have had to work so hard to get that midi, right? You can't continue to trade twos for threes.
They took a big punch right out of the gates from TCU. Had to take a timeout about 2.5 minutes in. Nice take there by Hunter. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. Olivia Miles and the
whole days between tournament championship and the first day of the NCAA tournament. That is a lot of time to try and stay sharp.
The game they lost in Kansas City to West Virginia, one of just 5 losses on the season and one of just 2 that weren't by 2 or fewer points. UC San Diego looking for a response in the second quarter. Condren reversing and blocked by Silva.
Silva read that play and knew exactly where Condren was going to go. Terrific pass. And great hold off, too, by Suarez to lock in that position and give her a target.
Olivia Miles is closing in, or on pace for a first half double-double without a single point scored.
Wow.
Feynman, been a great spark. That's off the hand of Suarez. Ma now. Little backdoor, great read from Hunter. Suarez steps in. Missed everything, and Hunter couldn't haul it in.
I love Suarez. She kind of gave the, well, you know, I had to test it out. I had to give it a go. Of course you did. And first, let's go back to that block by Silva. Keeps the body away, but with her great length, able to bother as one of the better defenders out there in the league. Definitely recognized early on in this game for her efforts by staying in.
3 on the way. That is no good. UC San Diego still looking for their first long-distance shot to fall. 0 for 4 from 3 so far. Miles on the attack, scoops it out for Suarez. Back to Miles, extra pass, stop it!
I mean, you have to just, your jaw drops when you watch Olivia Miles play, and she read that play 2 or 3 passes ahead. I don't even know how she saw Suarez, but she drove and basically made a no-look bullet pass to the top of the key, and they end up with a layup.
Feynman, too strong. She is playing with some confidence, though, as a true freshman in her first NCAA tournament game. Another block for Clara Silva. Miles at midcourt. Miles on the attack, scoops it and scores. Timeout, UC San Diego.
And it's just incredible numbers across the board. We mentioned the career numbers. Now she's just one of 4 players about to make some history. One of 3 here for the most triple-doubles in history. You're talking about Caitlin Clark. You're talking about Sabrina Ionescu. Those names are synonymous with greatness in women's basketball, and she's making her mark as well.
TCU is leading this game strictly off of field goals made off of Olivia Miles' passes. They would be up 15-12. That's how effective of a playmaker she has been, and it is a 30-12 lead just 12 minutes into this game. Inside, Miles playing defense there on Michaela Rose, who's had an excellent season transferring from UC Riverside. Miles on the attack, scoop layup, no, but Silva cleans up an easy one.
The way that TCU is dominating this game, they're getting any shot that they want. They're getting second looks off of offensive rebounds. And UC San Diego, they're throwing up difficult shots, almost like prayer-like, hoping these shots will go in. It's going to go, again, over the oversized and very big post players. Heidi Vanderveer trying to just figure out what she can do with this team, who's made it, obviously, to the tournament here, the 14th seed. Played some great basketball all season, but running into a buzzsaw here at TCU.
Yeah, really incredible what Heidi Vanderveer has done. She's been there 14 seasons. They won like crazy at the Division II level, but that transition is tough, and it's tough to recruit when you know you can't go to an NCAA tournament. This is year 6, but just their second of eligibility for the NCAA tournament. And here they are back-to-back years. This is a Division I program record with 24 wins. First time they've been Big West regular season champions.
You saw Sabrina Mott pass up. Like, that's got to be her shot. She's had 7 games with 4 threes. She's got to get it going from the outside.
Bigby, just like that.
And Mark Campbell talked so much about Bigby's leadership and just how much that she's meant to this team as one of the seniors on this squad.
Condren over the top and just can't get the roll. That was criminal for that to come off the rim. Silva trying to go to Miles, a little miscommunication, but tracked down. Into the corner, Bigby, another one. They are 6 for 9 as a team from long distance, and Bigby now has 11. 3 Horned Frogs in double figures. Feynman, another bucket for her. She has been one of the bright spots offensively. The freshman has 6.
She's finding just enough space in that post to get separation from the big, so they're not swatting her shot. But she's still in balance when she releases it.
Closed out quickly on Bigby after back-to-back threes and commits the foul.
When Miles gets the ball in her hand, she starts to go downhill. This is screen and roll. This is where the magic really happens. You can't stop her. You're trying to stay in front of her. Meanwhile, she's weaving through in and out. You don't know where the ball's going to go. Is she going to shoot it? Is she going to pass it? She'll never let you know.
It's especially difficult when you have a top 25 three-point shooting team around you that shoots over 35% as a unit from long range. Like that. Bigby again. She's got 14 and she's hit 4 triples on just 5 attempts. Maxey trying to answer no. Another rebound for Miles. She has 9 now. Bigby. Oh my goodness! Taylor Bigby is on fire!
This is unbelievable, Chucky. What a start for TCU. Everybody's eating. Bigby, the senior, the former cheerleader, finally getting some shot on her own, taking all the love from her teammate, Suarez. And she scored the last 12 points for this team on her own. It's a thing of beauty. Let's watch this again. You got to hit the hot hand. Early on, it was Suarez. But I feel like whomever Olivia Miles passes to, automatically your hand gets a little warmer. Right now, Bigby's hand is red hot, and they're going to continue to find her. She's lining it up. UC San Diego has to go play help side defense off the screen and roll, but you may not want to leave her. Somebody's got to be, as they said, mosquito mode. We thought it was going to be on Olivia Miles. Well, you need to go on and shift that to number 1, Taylor Bigby.
Tipped by Miles, almost taken away. Great hustle from Maxey to keep that in bounds. No, she stepped out. They are just clawing for anything right now in this game, and it felt like after a few minutes, they settled in a little in the first quarter, but since that point, Taylor Bigby and company, they just haven't stopped pouring it in.
And they continue to stay hot from the floor. I cannot believe this. They're shooting 72% from 3, 8 of 11. And you see San Diego going to make the switch to zone, see if they can try to teamwork. Miles stop her from slicing up the defense and getting in the post, so it's a good move. Heidi Vinegar doing what she can defensively.
Coming up at halftime, Degree in the studio. First half analysis, top storylines of the tournament as well. Great trio in studio waiting to take us through it as we get started. Day 1 really of the NCAA women's tournament. Seen some exciting play-in games to this point, but we are thrilled to kick things off here in Fort Worth. Olivia Miles has scored or assisted on 26 of 44 points, making 28 of 46 points for TCU.
Yeah, she's definitely on triple-double watch. Honestly, it is possible for her to get a triple-double before halftime.
Ma's too strong. Bigby rebounds. Miles has 4 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. You were in the building for the first one, right? In the NCAA tournament.
It was magical. It was Norman. She had a game against UMass in that first round, and it was just like she stepped onto the scene, into the spotlight, and just made it shine brighter, not only for herself, but for her teammates. And that's what I love about her game. It is not just about how many points she can put up on the board. She's like, no, I'm going to make you look like you're going to have a career night.
Got a mismatch on Condren, who recognized it, and Aaron Condren went up and drew the foul, so a couple free throws coming up for her. Aaron Condren native of Australia, having a breakout season. Put up 8 points, 4.5 rebounds last year, primarily off the bench in 23 games played. Missed some with injury, but has really exploded for this team as a first-team all-conference nod as she hits the first free throw. And don't forget, for the 6th straight year, every NCAA Women's Championship game is on the networks of ESPN. For more information, go to ncaa.com. These two teams, part of Regional 4, Sacramento. Whoever wins this game goes to Sunday to play the winner of Washington, South Dakota State, and then the winner is off to Sacramento next weekend. Big shot there for Sabrina Ma, the senior from San Francisco.
Glad to see her take that shot. That's where she lives. She passed up on one earlier. You can't do that because there is no tomorrow when you pass up today.
Sheffy trying to go to the corner. Bielefeld, Suarez, Sheffy, short. And it's UC San Diego basketball. So defensive change may be working for a minute here.
Yeah, the rotations were a little tighter, and the lane a little more secured. So TCU working really well off that screen and roll, have to change things up. Offense over zone. But you can see UC San Diego trying to apply some pressure, too, after a made basket.
Smith, high arcing three off the mark. That is rebound number 10 for Miles. So it's a double-double, 10 rebounds, 10 assists to go with her 4 points. Illegal screen. They got Kennedy Basham. Another TCU turnover, just their 4th. Big 2 minutes and 30 seconds. See if UC San Diego can claw their way back from down 28 here in this first half. Here is Ma. And a slice around the bigs. Back out for Condren. 3. Good. Erin Condren has only hit 3 entering the weekend, but she will shoot it.
And that's the pick and roll game that UC San Diego can complement, right? It's not quite as clean and as quick as Miles is able to run with Suarez and the rest of the group, but that is the goal for UC San Diego, is to have plays like that.
Miles and Suarez. Miles trying to step through the zone. Up and no good. It was a nice box out from Rosa Smith to help corral that rebound. There was a clock issue, so they're going to have to sort that out really quick. The horn went off after the change of possession and then did not reset originally.
And Olivia Miles is going to come out of the game likely for the rest of the second quarter here, so may not see that triple-double come till after halftime, which I can't even believe I'm saying that out loud.
Yeah, you sound like you're disappointed. I mean, come on now, triple-double in the first half.
Disappointed? No. It's more like, oh my goodness, what did we just witness? But yeah, it would have been pretty cool to see it happen in the first half, I'm not going to lie. Nice
pass across, open 3, just misses for Rose. It is an 8-0 run right now for the Tritons.
Great defense by Maxey.
Suarez to the corner, Bigby. Sheffy trying to step through his good defense. That's going to go off her leg and out of bounds.
See some good team defense. 2 players swiping down. Does look like a clean swipe on the ball. Yeah, but definitely got him with the body.
Ma trying to whip it into Condren. Would have been a really tough angle. Bounce pass to Suarez, and that's going to get kicked out of bounds by Marta Suarez. Olivia Miles is going to re-enter here with 33.9 on the clock.
Well, the defensive change for UC San Diego going to zone has been effective for them. They've held TCU scoreless the last 3.5 minutes. We've seen crazier things happen. They can make up some ground, but they got to start getting a little hotter from the outside. Just 2 of 11 from 3 compared to 67% for TCU.
It's a team in UC San Diego that has lost just 3 times since the start of 2026. 18-3 since January 1st. Knocked off Hawaii in the Big West Championship game. A game they trailed by 8 in. And then outscored Hawaii 40-20 in the second half. Now, of course, this is a much larger deficit, is a much different opponent. It is a team who has done a lot of winning.
And a great staff who knows how to win games as well. So while they might have gotten blitzed, they're not rattled. And they're going to figure out a way to get it together and come out with a game plan that's going to be as effective for them as they can. But right now, what can you do? When you got a team shooting 67% and you already got 16 assists halftime, usually those are numbers that happen by the end of the game.
Rose knocks down both free throws. Suarez heaves it up, and it's off the rim, no good, to end the first half. TC's
precision passing for her. Again, she makes shooters feel comfortable. She's talked so much about how she loves being here. She herself feels comfortable seeing career numbers across the board. And the combination between she and number 7, Marta Suarez. She's talking how much Marta brings out her personality, how much she keeps Marta grounded. So we just love to see the combo of the talents at work.
Oh! There's another one in the lay-in by Silva to snap what was a 10-0 run going to the break for the Tritons.
That was a filthy bounce pass with a little tiny spin on it.
Into Condren, spinning the extra and tries to step through, but Silva is there again.
Let's go back here and watch the now 11th assist from Miles off the screen and roll. The slip from Silva in between and through 3 UC San Diego defenders. You see that? Just placing it so perfectly. I feel like she would be a great bowler. I don't know why that just occurred to me watching her pass that ball, but I bet she'd throw a few strikes.
Just to clarify, do you have any background in bowling, or
no,
is it total guess?
But look at the way she handles the ball. I mean, it's perfect.
Trying to skip it across. Nice interception by Maxey, their second leader in steals. Michaela Rose really sets the tone for them defensively. The Big West Defensive Player of the Year. 3 on the way, no good from Ma. Well, what's the key? For UC San Diego, specifically offensively, because they're going to have to put on a show on that end of the court, what do you need to see from them in this third quarter?
Let it fly. Like, there's been some times where they've had a shot. You got to defend the three-point line. That's what Mark Campbell told us yesterday. It's the great equalizer in the NCAA tournament. And now 9 of them on TCU side. But yeah, for the Tritons, let it rip, right? There's a lot of hesitation when you start dribbling up against 6'7" Clara Silva. I get that. But there's some shots that they're passing on, Chucky, that they need to just go ahead and just take. There's no tomorrow.
Rose, inside, no. Miles, another rebound, and she wants to push it. That pass got tipped. It was a great hustle to get back by Maxey. Ma trying to go inside off the glass and gets it to go. Sabrina Ma had just 4 points in the Big West Championship. It was a big reason for their semifinal win. Had 21. Hit 4 threes on 10 attempts, and now they want to run again. Smith out in front, little Euro step. Hits the deck, and Bigby corrals it.
That's what I mean about making shots too difficult. She had a left-hand layup, but instead made the Euro move and got her shot blocked as a result.
Silva going to the line, fouled by Sabrina Ma. Clara Silva, transfer from Kentucky, spent just 1 season there. Played 31 games off the bench, 4 points, 2.5 rebounds, but has just exploded in year 2 and in her first season in Fort Worth.
An interesting background as well. She moved to Spain at age 13 to start playing professionally. Ended up being one of the best defensive players at the FIBA U19 World Cup, so she's got that international experience. And she's amongst some other tall players here. This is the biggest roster in the country. They have 4 players, 6'7" and up, and a 6'8.5" player. That's just incredible to me.
Pretty much doesn't matter who gets off the bus first. The intimidation factor is there.
Exactly right.
Maxey can't get it to roll. They walked past us in the hallway yesterday on the practice day here in Fort Worth, and it was just unbelievable, one after the other. Condren skips it over to the corner.
There it
Another
is.
three, and that one goes. Rosa Smith has not been shy to let it fly, and she's hit a couple.
I like the way that she's played in this game, and she's had 3 20-point games this season. She's coming into this tournament, 56 threes, and has not been shy about pulling the trigger.
No on the answer. Silva to Hunter right in front of the rim, and she makes it.
The pass. Silva could have just worked her way to take another field goal attempt, but instead saw an open player. This little slip bounce pass. More great teamwork for the 19th assist of the day for TCU.
Smith again leaning in. Shot blocked by Bigby.
I love how Donna Hunter helped fix her hair just in case. And keep everything together. Smooth as her defense.
Silva takes a seat, so one 6'7" center takes the place of another. Kennedy Basham on the floor now, the Phoenix, Arizona native. Smith couldn't keep her foot in bounds. It's a UC San Diego turnover, and you can see the frustration from Rosa Smith. Redshirt junior from Kirkland, Washington. Both of her parents attended UC San Diego. Her dad played volleyball there. Had a great start to her career at Idaho, dealt with a little injury the last couple seasons, but really, truly is back to her top form this year. Hunter trying to drive on Smith. Back out for Suarez, and she traveled.
Good team defense from UC San Diego, trying to figure out how they want to defend that pick and roll, so they ended up with the switch, and then that's where the mismatch happened. But you can see Suarez really wants to work on that ball handling, trying to get a better explanation, see if she picked up her pivot foot.
UC San Diego ended the first half on a 10-0 run. Somewhat methodical over a few minutes, but we have seen them fight back in this game. They need to get going in a hurry. Miles is fouled, and she'll have 2 free throws coming up. Olivia Miles is 6 points away from her 6th triple-double of the season. She's the Big 12 player and newcomer of the year. The list goes on and on. All-American for the 4th time.
Yep. And trying to make history as well. We mentioned triple-double numbers coming into this game, and she's trying to be actually the first to do it on 2 separate teams. Notre Dame being the first, and if she's able to get 6 more points, we'll see it again.
Coverage of the NCAA Men's Championship continues on CBS, TBS, TNT, and True TV. For tournament game times and network, go to ncaa.com. The TCU men yesterday in dramatic fashion, knocking off Ohio State in the first round. They will get Duke, who had to survive Siena. This is the first year ever that TCU men and women's basketball have both been in this tournament at the same time.
Yeah, the men at 9 seed, congratulations to their win. They got the day started yesterday. A new tip-off for them. 11 local time here for the tip-off today. We like a good early start.
Well, then we get to go after our second game and watch all the night slate. It's a big slate.
And we could do it outside because it's nice and warm here.
Foul committed by a true freshman in Michaela Farewell, seeing some of her first action. TCU up 28 here in Fort Worth.
At 5, so I don't know, coming in with a good amount of wins, but that is a tough, talk about tough environments. Norman fans show up. They love Oklahoma basketball.
NCAA Women's Tournament Round 1 kicking off today. Hunter shot blocked inside by Condren. It feels like now or never. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third quarter. The Tritons need to get on a run quickly. Miles to the corner. Bielefeld skips it across, and that pass tipped by the Big West Defensive Player of the Year, Michaela Rose. Back-to-back for Michaela Rose, actually. She came over from UC Riverside, spent 2 years there where she was the Defensive Player of the Year in the conference last year. And just 6 newcomers on this team, but Heidi Vanderveer, and this goes back a few years now, they have hit in the portal, and they did it again this year with Maxie and Rose. And it's a big reason why they have 24 wins, which is a Division I program record.
Right, you bring good players in, and the good players also stay, who are a part of your roster. So it's been the consistency and the sisterhood, the chemistry that they've built, and to have that success so quickly, just a few years after coming out of the D2 level. I mean, that is an incredible jump. You're talking about speed, power, size, skill, everything. Dealing with the best players in the game. What? How did she even see Sheffy again? What? Her vision. I think she got eyes on the side of her head, also in the back and the front. They're everywhere.
If I could audibly shake my head, I would do it. It's just absurd.
It's absurd. It's incredible. And also in a great way encouraging. Bielefeld passed up on a shot earlier, and Miles looked at her, and she's like, you need to go on and shoot that. That's the kind of confidence I want from my point guard.
15 rebounds, that's a career high. 13 assists, one shy of a career high, and a TCU program record, not just NCAA tournament, but single game record regular season as well.
Basham got called for the foul on moving screen, and she was trying to say, hey, I'm trying to get away from the play. She gave the handoff to Miles, who took off. So it wasn't exactly screening well, it was more of a handoff type play, but the contact was enough for Basham to get called.
Straight away, off the mark, another rebound for Basham. Under 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. TCU closing in on a first-round victory. Would give them a trip to Sunday to face off with the winner between Washington and South Dakota State. That game set for a 2:30 Eastern tip on ESPN News. Reminder, we are in Regional 4, Sacramento. This is what things look like, a potential Sweet 16 matchup from Iowa City, where Iowa is hosting really a loaded lineup.
Absolutely. And keep your eye on Virginia. They're a team identified early on in the year in the ACC that, and when they played well and played together, they are dangerous to beat. Kimora Johnson, what a game last night.
Miles from, I don't know where from, nearly mid-court at the end of the shot clock.
She was literally practicing that shot, though, in the warm-ups today, just about from that distance. I mean, if there's one thing that, she hasn't been able to do today is hit a long-range three. There's still time.
Gonna get a rare rest right now with a 30-point lead. Why not? 2:26 to play in the third quarter. Crowd here loves her. Maxey, Feynman, the freshman. Oh, no, Basham said absolutely not.
Basham, 6'7", coming over to help side. See ya. That's how you make up for a call you don't like.
Her and Clara Silva right around the 60 block mark on the season. Basham trying to shut down Condren now. 4 to shoot. Maxey steps through, little runner. What a shot from Dimonique Maxey.
Now, she's played some terrific defense in this game, as well as you can. She's tried to body up Miles when she's in the game, but love that creative shot from her. She's got a big, big heart.
Veronica Sheffy, a transfer from San Diego State, knocks down the mid-range jumper. Trying to go into Condren, and Condren didn't like the delivery.
Yeah, you got to bounce past that in. Condren was not ready for that direct underhand pass.
Bigby, long step through, bumped. That'll send her to the line for 2 free throws. Taylor Bigby was not in the building in that first half when she got on a run of scoring 12 straight points, just absolutely unconscious. Hit 4 straight threes. She's got 17 in the game.
Now, this team is good when she scores 10 or more. They're actually in 20-2 in 2 seasons. So you can talk a lot about the stars that stand out, and deservedly so. Olivia Miles, Marta Suarez, but she's certainly a player, Bigby, who has been a key element in this team's success.
1 of 2 at the line to make it 63-32 as TCU creeps toward their 43rd consecutive win inside Schollmeyer Arena. It has become a fortress. Deep 3, No good from Sabrina Ma. Ma was last year's Big West newcomer of the year, so I'm talking about them hitting in the portal consistently. Heidi Vanderveer's had a good grip on it. That's a turnover. Miles checks back in for TCU with 45 seconds left in this third quarter. Maxey trying to step around Bielefeld. Can't believe she got called for the foul.
Yeah, I feel like it's a tough call here. Bielefeld, I mean, no, I don't see the foul there at all. Got to let Maxey take that shot, give her a little bit of space, but just, I didn't see her displace her.
Dominique Maxey misses the first free throw to the pleasure of this TCU crowd. Maxey, a transfer from Nevada, two-year starter there. And the Big West leader in assists per game has done an excellent job running the show for the Tritons this season. Farewell enters for Ma. Into Sheffy. Attacking into the corner. A 2.5 second differential between the shot and the game clock. Miles looking for the record, which would be her 14th assist. Sheffy on the take is fouled. Sheffy misses, pulled in by Condren. 12 seconds for UC San Diego. Got to go quickly here. 6 seconds now. Maxey on the drive at Bielefeld, who blocks it and then hauls it in. Another block shot for the TCU Bigs as the Horned Frogs have, because they're shooting 13 of 16.
Oh, well, you must know she's got a history of being called the magician. And it's her ability to just make passes appear out of nowhere. She's looking to chase some history. Certainly had a comfortable lead, but it'd be great to see her make some history in this game for sure. She started off her freshman career with a triple-double. Now it's an opportunity again to do it as a senior with a different school.
For UC San Diego, sometimes you just run into an absolute monster, and that monster is Olivia Miles today. She is on a mission, as has this whole team been, Brooke, since really the very beginning. Hit their first 4 shots, and there was a timeout called in the first 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, Olivia Miles, I think she had 4 assists in 2 minutes and like 3 seconds, so it just gave you an idea of what the day was going to be like. I'm just so impressed by the way they were able to start and start with a bang, especially after that long layoff after the Big 12 championship.
She needs 1 assist to set the TCU program single game record. She needs 2 to make NCAA tournament history. Miles, she was looking for Suarez, but they were not lined up correctly. She thought it got tipped, and based on what we've seen from her today, it's hard to believe she would have missed a pass that much.
Yeah, because she had, just so much success in this game. In your mind, you're gonna think, all right, I'll take a, little more risk of a pass right there. But you just also want to see, make sure if your TCU's program, everything's got to say, as tight and together as you can to continue to advance in this round. As you and I learned, Mark Campbell had his players wear practice jerseys with the number 40 on the back, representing 40 minutes. It's like, look, we're only guaranteed 40 more minutes of basketball every time we step on the floor. We got to make the most of it.
Said they wore those all week. We saw them yesterday in their 90-minute practice here inside Schollmeyer Arena. Miles all the way to the corner. 3 on the way. It's good, and that's the TCU single game assist record for Olivia Miles with 14.
Seems like the most dangerous place to be is by Olivia Miles, because the cross-court pass is where she actually burns you.
Ma's floater, no, got her own miss. Kicks it out, 3 from Rose. That's good. First field goal for Michaela Rose today.
And what you've seen from UC San Diego is no quit. Great. I mean, not even a change, a drop in shoulders. Nothing of the body language sort. They've been really strong throughout this game.
Silva short. Defense by Condren, who has had a very tall task in handling the TCU post presence today, which feels like it goes 1 through 5 almost with the size they have at every position. Ma, turnaround. That's a really nice jumper.
And for TCU, you really want to start get back into the discipline of your offense. They've been able to take some chances with the success they've had today, but you want to see some disciplined possessions down the stretch.
Miles got the bucket.
Miles able to read any situation off the screen and roll that time. Silva just slips away before it's set. And the record-breaking pass, the 14th assist with her left hand, whips it right around to who? Taylor Bigby for the 3.
1 point shy of the triple-double. 1 assist shy of an NCAA tournament record. Rose just hit a 3 on their last possession. Trying to go inside, it was blocked by Silva. She's over 60 on the season now. Here's Miles on the attack, lost it. They get Maxey on a foul.
Well, this place would have exploded if she would have hit that layup. And she'll head to the free throw line to see if she can secure this triple-double. Just needs 1 point.
84.5% free throw shooter.
Oh, she's not going to the line.
Going to shoot. Okay, they were lining up.
Okay.
Instead, she will inbound. And it's a turnover. That is one area where UC San Diego has excelled today. They have only turned it over 6 times themselves and forced TCU into
See, Chucky,
12.
what are you doing? What are you doing?
There's a turnover.
Come through with the jinx.
Still +5 in turnover margin.
Can we give you the turnover? All right, let's see what Miles does now. How she responds to a little frustration. Play didn't go the way she wanted. Thought she was going to go to the line. Ended up with a turnover. Let's see if she gets the ball back here. She does.
Inside to Silva. The double comes. Silva turns and kicks it out. 10 to shoot. Bigby was fouled from behind by Ma. Taylor Bigby to the line. Her 2nd season at TCU. Her and Donovan Hunter, 2 that Mark Campbell praised as kind of being the glue, really bringing this group together, having been a part of that Elite 8 team a year ago.
She's had, again, the success for this team. It has followed when she scored in double digits over the last 2 years. They're 20-2 as offensive rebound doesn't go down for Suarez.
Maxey trying to attack. Nice hesitation. Bigby recovered and said no. Miles. Suarez. Miles in the corner. On the drive. Skips it over for the record. Offensive rebound, Suarez. 2nd attempt, no either. And now a whistle that is going to go against TCU.
Now Suarez obviously frustrated, but again, this is a time for TCU, even with this big of a lead. If I'm on the sidelines there, if I'm Mark Campbell, I'm really wanting to see the discipline out of my team down the stretch.
Almost tipped and then batted out of bounds by Hunter. Donovan Hunter will take a seat. Veronica Sheffy back into the game. Three rims out. Miles will take the rebound. That's number 16. Miles going to work. Kicks it out. Sheffy. That's no good. TCU 0 for their last 5 from the field. 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Silva pulled down underneath, had a mismatch. For the crowd inside Schollmeyer Arena, Olivia Miles' 6th triple-double of the season. She is locked in. You asked her yesterday about this assist in an absolute clinic today with 14.
Clinic is exactly right. And the way she started the game, the way that TCU dictated how this game was going to go, just owning this home court, this floor and arena tournament. That'll be an offensive foul on Roni Sheffy.
You talked too about for UC San Diego how many minutes these starters play, all of them over 30 minutes per game. We've seen that again today, and still at this point in a massive deficit, laying their body on the line.
Heidi Vanderveer told us yesterday that they have to be able to last 40 minutes and give it their all, and they really have. I mean, this team has not dropped an ounce of effort since the game started. They're just simply outmatched in this game.
Ma is fouled, little hand checking by Marta Suarez. Marta Suarez, second foul. Third on the team. Rose from the corner, short. Suarez, the pressure from behind from Rosa Smith caused her to panic just a little bit and dribble it out of bounds.
Yeah, you heard some of her teammates trying to give her a heads up. But that's the quickness from UC San Diego's guards. We've seen that shine through at times today.
What was your call out on when somebody's chasing you from behind? What was the communication?
Yo, 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 heads up, yo.
There's no keyword,
no.
It's just hey.
Yo.
4 minutes here in this first round game in Fort Worth. Still one more coming your way. It's the 6-11 matchup. Washington looking for their first NCAA tournament win since Kelsey Plum was averaging 31 as a senior there in 2017. They are taking on South Dakota State, who is no stranger to success in the NCAA tournament. Deep three from Ma. That'll be out of bounds. And Suarez will get her curtain call as well in front of this very grateful home crowd.
She finishes with 11, but honestly, it feels like Suarez scored about 25 to 30 points today. She started the game 3 of 3 from 3, got him going, finishes with a double-double.
Her 9th double-double of the season. Natalie Mazurek, a grad student, is who replaces her.
Great hesitation.
Nice move. Finish. She was a double-digit scorer a year ago at San Diego State. Now you bring her off the bench. She's only averaging 4 points per game this year. Smith missing. Scoring drought of more than 4.5 minutes now for UC San Diego. What do you like most about what Heidi Vanderveer's done? We talk about it. This is a baby of a Division I program. This is just year 6. They're second of eligibility. They've gone to back-to-back NCAA tournaments, but why do you see sustained success in their future?
Well, because they have a system and they have a culture in place where, they have people stay. And I think in today's game, that's such a rare occasion, but it builds chemistry and it builds a sisterhood that you really can't replicate when you're out there on the floor. And so when you build that trust around each other, plus you've got just a terrific understanding of the game from, obviously growing up, being a part of the Vanderveer family, being a part of the Pat Summitt family at Tennessee, you are going to learn the right way to play basketball. And while they don't have the outcome they wanted to see today, this is a program that's building. They were just D2 like a blink ago, everybody, okay? So this is them in D1 in the big dance, taking on the number 3 seed.
For Michaela Rose and Sabrina Ma, who just took their seats, likely for the last time as college athletes. Rose just year 1 at UC San Diego, but certainly going to be remembered for this historic team. Ma was a part of both of their NCAA tournament teams.
Well, you gave it everything you had, and you barely came out at that, right? So you literally are playing as much basketball as you played in your life against the best teams in the country, doing it on the biggest stage. I mean, that in itself is a win, but it doesn't feel good to say that when you're sitting on the bench knowing this is the end of your season, your collegiate career. You're just kind of wondering, hey, what's next for me?
2 minutes and 15 seconds remain. TCU closing in on back-to-back 30-win seasons. It would have been unthinkable 3, 4, 5 years ago that Mark Campbell has put together one of the best turnarounds in the country. Not just a turnaround, but they are a force in women's college basketball as Sheffy knocks in the three. Polacek blocked, and it's saved back inbounds by Bielefeld. Bielefeld, too strong. Sheffy has the offensive rebound. Sheffy pull up, connects. She's got 12.
Now TCU, I guess, cooling off later on in this game. Now shooting below 50%, both from the floor and the three. But what an impressive start and run. And holding UC San Diego 40 points in this game. Their defense just as effective as their offense.
The TCU chants ongoing at Schollmeyer Arena. A massive crowd expected for Sunday's game as Bigby knocks in another one. And why not? She's got 27 points. She's hit 7 threes.
Hard to believe we've had a player hit 7 threes out of 9 attempts and had a triple-double in the same game. And it's not the same player.
A masterful performance from TCU. They're off to the round of 32, which they will host on Sunday inside this building. A year ago, they set an attendance record of nearly 7,500 in that round of 32 game against Louisville. TCU 86.